not trying to take sides or anything, but I'm going to have to. Well, I'm going to take your mother's side on this, and I think she's right. It's really not polite to be snoring on FaceTime, because every time you snore, then it gets loud, and it gets louder. But snoring on FaceTime is not polite. It's discourteous, especially on FaceTime, and I think Maddie has a point. So it's not just Maddie's making a big deal about it. My mother is doing the same thing too. Especially on FaceTime, it's not polite. We're sleeping on FaceTime, and I agree with her on that part. And I'm going to have to agree with Maddie on that part. That's true. Because it's okay to be snoring and taking naps. That's okay. But it has to be, if you want to take naps or snore, that means I have to hang up on you. Okay. And Maddie's really smart at this kind of stuff. But Maddie really knows how to make but Maddie really knows, she knows all the rules on FaceTime too. I know she has an iPhone too. I know she doesn't. She has to follow the rules too. You don't see Maddie stay on FaceTime for more than 3 or 4 hours just to put people on hold that long. Maddie doesn't do that stuff on her FaceTime. She doesn't. I don't see Maddie eating on FaceTime. She does it quietly. She eats in private. Sometimes she needs her peace and quiet when she's having her dinner. I'm going to have to agree with your mother on that part. She has a point there. But she doesn't snore on FaceTime. She does it privately in her own bedroom. But not on FaceTime. She's not allowed to. You don't see Maddie taking her clothes off on FaceTime. She doesn't do that kind of stuff more than you do. She's right. What your mother's trying to say. Your mother's right, sweetheart. I am going to take her side with that. And it's not polite by getting undressed on FaceTime. I never seen her do that. But you do that more than your mother does. Okay. I don't see Maddie taking naps on FaceTime. She turns it off when she's taking naps. Okay. You don't see her sleeping naked in her room. I never seen her do that. But you shouldn't do it either. Okay. See, I don't see Maddie doing all that stuff in her room. You shouldn't do that in your room either. It's not polite and it's not decent. Your mother's right, sweetheart. If you sleep naked, it'll get you sick. You'll catch pneumonia. She's right about that. She's your mother. She's there to help you out with that. She even does that with Glenn and Denise. She has to help Denise out because that's her daughter. That's her job to take care of Denise. You don't see Denise doing that by taking her clothes off when she's asleep. She keeps her clothes on. So she does. You don't see Denise doing all that stuff. But she's smart. She knows what's right and what's wrong. She does have a cell phone. She does have a cell phone. She does have FaceTime. But she doesn't do all that on FaceTime like you do. Denise is more smart than you.